My dad spent my entire life claiming I was why mom left. Yesterday, I finally told him she left because of what he did when he thought I was asleep. I was 8 when mom vanished. One morning, she was packing my school lunch, and by evening, dad was saying she couldn't cope with motherhood anymore. He said I was too demanding, too emotional, too clingy, that she gave me one final look and chose no child over me. For 15 years, I carried that weight. Every birthday without a message, every Mother's Day at school, crafting things I'd toss in the garbage on the walk home. Dad would spot me crying sometimes, and he'd sigh like even my sadness was burdensome. He'd say stuff like, "This is precisely why she left," or "You're doing it again, being too much." I stopped crying in front of him, started thinking, maybe I really was too much, maybe I did push her away. Then last week, while sorting through Grandma's attic after she died, I found boxes of old holiday ornaments, photo albums, my mom's college books, and then a shoebox hidden behind a busted lamp. Inside were letters, dozens of them, all from Mom, all sent to Grandma, all from the year she left. My hands trembled as I opened the first one. "Mom, I don't know what to do." He yells at Elena when I'm at work. Yesterday, I got home early and heard him through the door saying she wrecked his life. She's only 8. When I confronted him, he called me overdramatic, said he was just toughening her up for reality. I had to sit down. I remembered that day, I'd spilled juice on his work documents, and he'd lost it. But I didn't recall Mom coming home, didn't recall her overhearing. The next letter was 3 weeks later. I tried talking to him again. He said if I ever tried to take Elena, he'd ensure I never saw her again. He showed me documents his lawyer had prepared. He said he'd tell the court I was unstable, that I deserted her. Mom, I'm scared. There were more, so many more, each one detailing things I'd forgotten or never known. The time he shut me in the basement for talking back. The time he blamed me for his drinking. The time he made me sleep in the garage for getting a B on a test. Mom had been observing. Mom had been battling. The final letter was dated 2 days before she left. I can't watch him ruin her anymore. I found a lawyer 3 towns away who'll help. I'm leaving tomorrow to stay with her and begin the custody process. Please don't tell him where I am. I'll call when it's safe. I'm coming back for Elena. I promise I'm coming back. My eyes watered. At the bottom of the box was a newspaper clipping, small, from a paper 2 counties away. Car crash on Route 9. Single vehicle. Driver dead at the scene. The date was 6 weeks after she left. 6 weeks. She'd been gone 6 weeks, and Dad never told me she died. He let me believe she abandoned me. Let me spend 15 years thinking I was too flawed to love. I sat in that attic for an hour just clutching those letters. Then I packed them carefully back in the box and drove to his house. He was in his recliner, watching football. Didn't even glance up when I entered. I dropped the box on his lap, letters scattered across his knees. He froze completely. The color left his face. I watched him search for words. His mouth opened and closed. Finally, he stammered. "Where did you get these?" "Grandma's attic." He started gathering the letters like he could erase them. "You don't understand. It wasn't like that. She was going to take you from me. She was trying to rescue me from you. That's not fair. I raised you. I provided a home. You told me every day that I was the reason she left." His hands shook now. I was angry. I was hurt. "She died." He finally looked at me. "What?" I held up the newspaper clipping right in his face. "She died 6 weeks after leaving. Car accident. And you knew. You must have known." "Her name's right there." "I didn't. You let me think she abandoned me. For 15 years she was coming back for me, and you let me believe she didn't want me." He couldn't deny it. Just sat there, surrounded by proof of all he'd done. I said, "She was coming back for me?" He said nothing. And now, for the next story. My long-lost brother's gaming handle popped online after 10 years. His single message read, "Don't tell anyone you spotted this." I traced the IP and discovered a bare mattress in a rundown warehouse. Trevor vanished at 19, stormed out following a fight with Dad over quitting school, and never returned. The cops filed a report but claimed he was grown and likely just wanted distance. My folks spent 6 years hunting, brought in detectives, shared on every message board, chased false tips across states. They perished in a crash 4 years back without closure on their boy. I took on their fixation, preserved Trevor's bedroom just as it was, kept his ancient profiles active, scanned his inbox every week though it stayed empty. A decade post-disappearance, I'm awake at 3 a.m. blasting through a casual FPS when it hits my friends list. XX Shadow Reaper X logs in. Trevor's high school alias, the one for all his games. My palms sweat so much I almost fumble the controller. I fire off a message right away. Silence for 5 minutes. Then one line pops up. "Don't tell anyone you spotted this." He goes offline. I snap photos of it all on my phone. Pulse racing. I try pinging again, but it shows user gone. As if the profile evaporated. I burn the next 2 hours on Reddit and Discord, pleading for IP tracing tips. Some dude points me to a shady site, probably against the law, but I'm past caring. I post the pics, and in 20 minutes, an address lands. Industrial zone, 2 states away. I'm snatching keys and cash before realizing how crazy this sounds. The trip lasts 6 hours, no breaks, just looping that warning in my mind. Don't tell anyone you spotted this. Who are they? I arrive at the spot around noon. It's a huge storage building amid matching ones. All seem deserted, corroded chains, filthy windows, plants cracking the asphalt. I park down the street and sneak closer. Main door's padlocked, but a side entry has a busted latch. I creep in and the odor slams me, mold blended with a harsh chemical tang like bleach and body odor. The big area is barren save for dusty crates and junk, but there's a low buzz from farther back. I track it to a rear chamber, doors ajar, screens glowing within. I ease it open and stop cold. 5 rigs line the wall. Monitors display various titles: World of Warcraft, a battle royale, some unfamiliar ones. Avatars grind away, gathering loot, leveling up. In the corner, a grubby setup. Soiled mattress on the ground with a flimsy sheet. Energy bar trash strewn about. A pail I'd rather ignore. Rows of water jugs by the wall. Footsteps echo from behind. You shouldn't be here. I whirl. It's Trevor in the frame, but changed. Down to maybe 140 pounds. Beard to his waist. Eyes hollow like his bones are surfacing. Trevor, I choke out. Get out now. He clutches my arm, grip feeble. They monitor the feeds. If they spot a visitor, who are they? What's going on? He rolls up his shirt. Needle scars trail both limbs, some faded and healed, others raw and red. I linked up with these dudes at a LAN event soon after bolting. They offered cash for gaming, boosting profiles, farming currency, raising ranks. Meant to be short term. 10 years later, I racked up $2,000 debt first month. They hooked me with a place, loan for meals. Interest snowballed. When I couldn't cover it, they seized my cell, my docs, all of it. Said work it down. His fingers tremble. Now it's 60 grand. They flipped the accounts I billed for tenfold my cut. I begged to quit once. They shattered my shoulder. I'm dialing my phone already, but he swats it away. No police. They've got insiders. The last one who bolted, they tracked to a motel 3 states off. His tone hushes. They forced me to see what happened to him. I tipped the FBI regardless, and 17 got busted in the ensuing bust. And now, to the next story. When I peeked at my elderly dad's browser history, I yelled so hard the neighbors pounded on the door. Dad's been staying with me for half a year since Mom passed away. He's 74, still sharp as a tack. But I manage his finances and gadgets because he claims to despise tech, or at least that's what he's always said. Last Tuesday, while I was fixing his laptop, I unintentionally pulled up his search log. The latest queries chilled me to the bone. Ways to conceal cash from relatives. Starting a bank account without a home address. Bus routes to the Mexican border. Offloading a property without kids finding out. Can grown kids monitor a parent's whereabouts? Budget methods to vanish. My dad was scheming to bolt, to totally erase himself from his family. I snapped photos of it all. My fingers trembled. Why would he bail? He appeared content here. We shared meals every evening, binged classic westerns on Sundays. He assisted my girl with her schoolwork. I dug deeper. The queries stretched back 3 weeks. How to challenge a relative over stealing, suing your own child, laws on financial exploitation of seniors. My gut twisted. I kept going. Then I spotted it. Checking for theft from your bank. Mystery withdrawals from savings. Kids pilfering from aging parents. Oh no. Oh crap. I realized exactly what he'd uncovered. That evening at supper, I couldn't swallow a bite. Dad picked up on it. You alright, son? You seem off. I gotta ask you something. I whipped out my phone, displayed the pics. Dad, what's this? Why are you looking up ways to vanish? His expression froze. Where'd you find those? Your search history. I was tweaking your laptop and you snooped through my personal stuff. You're plotting to split, to disappear. Why do that to us, to Emily? She adores you being around. He placed his fork down deliberately. You want to hash this out now with your kid here? Emily, head to your room, sweetie. But Dad, I'm still eating. Now, please. She wandered off, puzzled and upset. As soon as her door shut, Dad's face shifted. No more bewildered old guy. It was pure ice. You want to know why I'm out of here? He yanked out his phone, launched his banking app, shoved it my way. Explain this. It was his savings. Records from 8 months back. Outgoing transfers, $5,000, $6,000, $7,500, $4,000, all landing in my business account. Dad, I can clear this up. $47,000 gone, his tone quivered. You've swiped $47,000 from me. It wasn't swiping. My eatery was tanking. I planned to repay you quietly. Without even looping me in. I was gonna tell you, once things steadied, after you drained it all, he rose. I sold my place to relocate here. You claimed you needed aid with Emily post-divorce, said the house payments were crushing you. I trusted that. You did, that was real. Was it, or just a ploy to fleece me? That's not right. You've got loads of cash. It's my cash. He smacked the table. I slaved 40 years for it. Your mom and I scrimped every cent, and you treated it like your personal piggy bank. The neighbors hammered again, heavy thuds on the wall. All good over there? I brushed it off. Dad, come on. The spot's bouncing back. I just needed a temporary loan. You needed to ask like a grown man, like my boy. He snatched his coat off the chair. Instead, you ripped off your aging dad who uprooted his life to support you. Where are you headed? Someplace you can't track. He aimed for the exit. I stepped in front. You can't just go. Try stopping me. I've already shifted most funds to a fresh account, one you can't touch. I'm gone tonight. Dad, Aunt Rachel's waiting? I phoned her last week, spilled it all. She's appalled. Gave me her spare room on the spot. He shoved by, hit his room, dragged out a bag I never knew was ready. 10 minutes. That's all it took for him to pack basics and storm out my door. Emily emerged sobbing. Where's Grandpa off to? I had no words. My phone buzzed at midnight. It was Rachel. He's here safe, and FYI, he's updating his will tomorrow. You're cut out. It all goes to Emily and me now. Rachel, please. You robbed our dad, our widowed mourning dad. What'd you expect? Here goes the next story.